How are you guys doing? Come on in, come on in. I know you guys are getting the the coal out of your eyes, right? I know you guys are doing that. Come on in here, come on in here. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is for you guys, to you all right now. So we're gonna do what we do over here. As you can see, the dangers of unconditional trust. This is how we roll over here. So, guys, this is what we do over here. We talk about things that other people don't talk about. We talk about things that people probably forget to talk about. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna get this music going like we usually do. And there it is, right? Welcome to you guys. Welcome to everybody that's here, everybody that's watching. Welcome to you. Come on in here. Come on in here. I don't have long. Had to loosen up the collar today because we're gonna get into the things that need to be talked about, right? So come on in here. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I know it's early. Lord knows I know it's early. Top of the morning to you there, cousin, honey love. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for saying good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody with your breath the way it is. That's right. I just made you laugh. I know y'all say he crazy. He is. Yeah, I gotta be. I have to be. I have to be. I have to be. I have to be. The subjects we talk about sometimes be so. Woo. That's why this warm light is behind me. Okay. Oh my goodness. My sister Jenny Morena, the one and only. How are you doing? How are you doing, Jenny? Um, I'm good. I'm glad to see you. Um, Glad to see everybody that's coming on in. Y'all knew it's not 10:30 this morning because I have to still do some things today. I have to go see my tailor. Big shout out to Miller Design. Let me say that again. Big shout out to my man Miller Design. Um, he's the brother that keeps me in coordination the way I look, and we consult on some things. And he might be waving his hand at the TV right now. I'm like, no, I come up with some ideas, but great brother, great brother. Been in the game for years for tailoring people. So big shout out to Miller Design. I will be showing a lot of his product because I will be beginning to have commercials and stuff, and he's going to be one of them. And you can't talk about it, you have to be about it. And you say you support somebody, so I support that brother 100%. Thank you, brother, for keeping me for looking good and sharp. But back to the matter at hand, guys. That's what we're going to talk about today: the dangers of unconditional trust. It's a dangerous thing. That trust is a dangerous thing, and you guys know I always come with points so you can write them down, and do what you do and do what we do. So for years, you know, we hear about trust. Um, we think we know what trust is until it just punches you in the face, right? You just be like, "Ooh, that hurt," because you gave somebody trust. In a lot of situations, unconditional trust. It's a very dangerous thing. Even when it comes down to family members and other things like that. Work, your job or your career that you thought will always be there and is not there. And you had that unconditional trust because that company has been there for 100 years, 50 years, 25 years, going strong. But what you find out is that unconditional trust that you have for that company has a lot of us in a situation right now. This is an open collar tie talk today. You got to untie the tie a little bit because it's going to get loose in here because we're going to talk about some things. And start next week, I'm going to start talking about communication. Us communicating, okay? So stay tuned for that. That thumbnail should be out by probably no later than tomorrow. I'm getting better at getting the thumbnails done. But listen, guys, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Wipe the crust out your eyes. Wherever you are. Laugh it up with me. What's going on? Melissa Jane, good morning. Good morning, sister. All the sisters up here, they early, man. Where the brothers at? I got the Wonder Women up in here. I got the Wonder Women up in here. You know, the Amazons are here. What's Oh man, my Amazons are here. Strong women, right? But yeah, everybody come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm gonna make this at least hour 15 minutes and I'm out like a bad light, right? I'm cracking a lot of jokes. I guess y'all know some things are coming where I'm cracking jokes right now and I'm gonna have to save some for in between. Yeah, I'm just saying, hey Melissa, just saying. That probably will be merchandise, thanks to Melissa. Just saying. So good morning to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I know a lot of you are not in the chat, so I can't get caught up on that. Going back to this trust thing, right? It's a gray area subject. Nobody talks about. It's a gray area. It's really a gray area. Okay, it's a gray area. And I'm about to cannonball and jump into this because there's a lot to be said and things to be said. My man, Preston Harding, what's going on? What is going on, Black Man Unfiltered? Okay, there go the brothers. Thank you. Thank you, brothers. There go my strong brothers. Black Man Unfiltered. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? Preston Harding, classmate of mine. We graduated together. Y'all show him some love. Been friends ever since junior high. How many people can say that? Him and the other two brothers that are in the chat, that we're in the group chat together, they're watching too. Hey, hats off to them. Much love. I want everybody to thank this man right here for putting me on the map, for giving me a platform to be seen and to be heard, and for him to respect what I had to say. I'm also, with that being said, if y'all did not watch his show last night, I ghost watched it. He knows it now. I watched the whole thing. His show was the prime example of how other men should hold other men accountable. You need to go back and watch that without somebody getting their feelings. Todd Williams, the traitor of all traitors. Let me tell you guys something. I don't care how your day is going. Wake up with this brother when he has different sunrises. You can go back and look. He has different sunrises either with his drone or with him just sitting out Chicago or wherever he is with the sunrise. It's very peaceful. He's talking to you about life. And sometimes he'll just let the camera roll and not say nothing. Great thing to have with a cup of coffee with this brother right here, Todd Williams. Shout out to him. Please drop his moderators. Yeah, drop all these guys' great channels in here. Black Man Unfiltered, Todd Williams right here. Anybody in the chat that's new, go check these guys and these ladies out. We're trying to push Jenny Morena to have her own channel, but she's really fighting us right now, like helicopter fighting us. I had to get with you. I had to make you laugh, Jenny. Okay, so much love to everybody. Todd Williams, thank you, brother, for coming by. Thank you for being here. So, guys, yeah. All right. Hey, man, no problem, man. Good, no problem at all. No problem at all, man. No problem at all. This is what everybody needs to respect. Let me say this. Those that are watching that are not in the chat, those that are watching later, those that are in the chat, thank you for your time that you will not get back. So I will be respectful not to waste it. You cannot put time in a bank like a savings. So I respect people's time. So thank everybody that's over here. I'm gonna always say that because I understand it. Okay? I understand it. Time is very important. Okay? So let's get into it. The dangers of unconditional trust. And I was going to say trust, but a lot of us pass the word trust and go unconditional with certain people in our lives that you might have known since junior high or kindergarten, right? And the game changes. Because you gave them so much unconditional trust, when that is broken, if you go back and watch, I'm going to give you one of the best examples of that. Even though he's in the news for different things, but it was when Fat Joe was interviewing Michael Vick. And they were talking about the trust issues, how Michael Vick, cousin kind of sold him out for the dog fighting thing, which is dog fighting is totally bad because I think my wife should be working for PETA. Oh my God, she really should. We love animals, so we have a dog now. But Fat Joe said, I have a Joker moment. And what he was talking about was his friend from childhood. I mean, just ace unconditional trust with him. And yet we all know that Fat Joe had to go to jail or prison for the tax thing or whatever. And his friend of all those years got Joe in trouble again almost because he was writing bad checks and doing things again tax-wise while Joe had either just gotten out or he was just about to get out of jail for the tax stuff. He said it put him in a hyperventilation moment. He couldn't catch his breath. He had to hold his chest. He literally almost had a heart attack. He said his wife he said he couldn't breathe. That's what unconditional trust will do. That's how dangerous it is. When you have somebody at that level that you gave unconditional trust to and they betray you, it can put you in hyperventilation. It can give you a heart attack. Some people have passed out. Some of you have probably witnessed this. You know what I'm saying? But that's a true story with Fat Joe. I thought it was one of the greatest betrayal stories ever. He said he literally started holding his chest and he couldn't breathe because he gave his friend from childhood unconditional trust. And that's why I went that far with that word and not just trust. That was unconditional trust. That unconditional trust is very dangerous. I know how to take care of it if any of you guys gave it to me because I know how important it is. You call and tell me something, right? I'm not going to be talking about it. No, it's not for everybody to talk about. Excuse me. It's not for everybody to talk about, right? So we have to do better with that. The unconditional trust is a beast. It's a beast. It's a beast. World class. What is going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, how you doing, brother? How you doing? I'm telling you, I'm watching people grow. He is, and I'm saying this publicly, he is one of them. And I can say this without him or anybody getting in their feelings. I'm watching this brother grow before my eyes, even though he's already a beast in knowledge. But I'm going to, as another man, recognize that, okay? This brother is growing before my eyes. Facts. Facts. Just facts. Proud of you, brother. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. In fact, I'm proud of everybody in here that's watching, that's in the chat, because you're growing with me. Because as I teach, I still learn. And you say stuff in the chat or you leave comments, and please leave comments under my videos. Let me know what you might want me to talk about. Salute to Wiley. How you doing, brother? I'm still giving everybody time to come in because I'm a kind of, jab at these. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the 100 subs club. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I finally made it last week because of these great people in this chat and people that are watching. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, man. Yeah. Yeah, the 100 club, that's something to celebrate. I appreciate that. That's a lot of people that's listening. Let me tell you guys something that are content creators. Last week was the first time that within 8 hours I almost had 100 views alone. So people are watching. Yes, people are watching. You can't go off of who's in the chat and who you think are not listening or not watching. They're watching. Yes, and Black Man Unfiltered, that, like I said, you guys need to go back and watch that show last night. It shows a perfect example of holding another brother accountable with other men up there and him not getting in his feelings. And we're learning how to put our energy in good places and not bad places. But back to the unconditional trust. Like I said, if you go back and watch the Fat Joe and Michael Vick interview, Fat Joe talks about how his longtime friend almost sent him into a heart attack. He started hyperventilating because the unconditional trust he gave him. Woo! Woo! Telling you, the unconditional trust is one thing. Trust is one thing. Okay? Trust is one thing. Let me get this light right quick. Hold up. I look like I'm fighting myself. I got half of my face dark. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway. Hey, what's going on? Hey, y'all. There's my niece. There's my niece. Or I can't tell who it is, but it's either my niece or my nephew. It might be my nephew. Let me see. I can't tell. They're gonna tell you who they are, but most likely it's my niece. Much love. Tell me who you are so I can tell the chat to send you all this love. Let's talk about that trust. Thanks to the world class right here, we're going out of that great book, the word trust. It is a noun. Okay, reliance on the veracity, integrity, or other virtues of someone or something. Religious faith from Old Norse trust. Help, confidence, protection, support. Trust is a noun. Pretty much found in the 1200s. Reliance on the veracity, integrity, or other virtues of someone or something. Religious faith from Old Norse trust. Help, confidence, protection, support. Just saying. So, y'all just saw that. Because I want you to see what I read. That's why I said that purposely. Y'all just saw that. So hear it and see it as I say it. Because if you do not have the help, confidential protection, or support, that's trust. Latin, 1200. And y'all already know the world class gonna have my back on that because he's gonna probably put something else in there and go deeper with it. But he knows I'm reading from the same dictionary that he put me onto, right? So there we are. There we are. Let's go to the first one. Oh boy. Here we go. I'm doing enough talking. I'm coming in swinging. Okay. We gave you unconditional trust. Parents, foster parents, family, or who raised you, they produce what is present known in your life. And I need to correct that. So let me correct that right quick. What's going on in your life, right? So let me say that. Let me say that. Parents, foster parents, family, or who raised you, they produce what is present now in your life. Okay? I ain't make it up. Sorry about that. There we go. Let's try that. There it is. They produce what is present now in your life. This is why we see all this craziness on the news. Parents, foster parents, family, or who raised you. That is our foundation. We had no choice but to give you unconditional trust to give us the basis to produce what is now. A lot of content creators in my chat, and also Sir Hill Speaks and some other content creators, we had to do what I talked about in one of my points, self-correct, because what we were taught was not enough. We gave you unconditional trust, parents, foster parents, family, people who raised you because you're parents or you didn't have foster parents. And that's why I put, or who raised you. They produce what is now in your life because you either learned that's not what you wanted, or you did us wrong, because we have given you unconditional trust. And what you have produced now in a lot of situations is us not trusting anyone. I'm not making this up. There it is. I told y'all, look, hey. Peace and big ups to Wealth Talk Productions. How you doing? All right. We gave y'all that. We didn't have a choice in some situations. We didn't have a choice. And y'all messed that up in a lot of situations. We are the product of what was and how we were treated off our basis. And I have to take some of my brothers and sisters and deal with each one differently on how I look. Where did I put it at? I have it right here. How I look. It's one of the books that I read, right? I do this, people. I'm not just a regular life coach. I do this. That book is that thick on body language. I do this, people. I don't need to be in your presence. I can just watch an old video or watch you digitally and just see I can almost tell what you're going to say, or all that. But you guys produced that was in charge of our lives early on. We gave you that. You jacked that up, some of you, for us. And that's why a lot of us on this chat and that are watching, we are awesome parents. We are what it is. This has nothing to do with color. This is talking about the dangers of unconditional trust. Trust is one thing, but when it's unconditional and you raise me or my brother or my sister up here thinking that you do no wrong, mom or dad, you're wrong. What Drake said, don't make me pull. He said, I'll pull your skeletons out your closet like decorations. Don't make us do that, because we as kids, we see what's going on. But you still took that part of that unconditional trust we had for you by giving us candy or rewarding us with toys so we would overlook things. Y'all kind of messed that up. Facts. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Let me take this off, Jenny. I'm putting yours up, Jenny. You got that, Jenny. You got that. Watch. Read. We learn to trust the most untrustworthy individuals in our lives, thus starting an unhealthy cycle of second guessing the people in our early lives. I'm gonna let that sit. Alonzo Hall, how you doing, brother? Peace to you. Shout out to Trash Can Waves for sending people over here. Alonzo Hall is one of them. I think this brother does, he does like financial advising. Go check out his YouTube channel. Moderators, you can drop his stuff. I did watch some of his stuff. I think he's up in the NYC area. Peace to you, brother. But I'm gonna read it again. We learn to trust the most untrustworthy individuals in our lives, thus starting an unhealthy cycle of second guessing the people in our early lives. There it is. There it is. We gave you guys this. I'm gonna put it back up one more time. All of you, this is our foundation right here. Right here. This is our foundation. What did you do with it? Well, look at the news. And for the single mothers who won't let the fathers in their life, or even vice versa, whatever, look at the news. I told you I had to, this is open collar tie. I got the sleeves rolled up. This is not gonna be, it's not gonna be easy today. Here's your number. Here's your other problem. You see, I'm doing this. I did this in sequential order of how we live. We're born, right? We're born into these people, and then they're watching this. News leaders and celebrities. We had all this unconditional trust with the news for years. And the leaders that would be on the news, politicians, whoever, that does not include church leaders too. That's coming up. And then you have the celebrities, they do no wrong. Well, you're only getting an edited vision of them because it's an edited show. Then years later, you start to hear things. Unconditional trust that we give them or gave them. Today is the result. YouTube is the result. I'm the result because I have to counter that. They jack that up too. We want good news. We want real news and good news. We can take the bad news, but what's the counter of the bad news? What's the solution? Uh-oh. All right. News leaders and celebrities. Celebrities are really being, every light, the sun itself is just shining on all the celebrities right now. Leaders, we've been knowing about for years, and people just choose to go. News, late 2000s, I'll say early 2000s, right into the beginning of the millennium, we started being like, wait a minute, hey, look, wait a minute. And some of us were awakened before then. So let me go to these chats. Man, and sorry guys, I got to go in today. I'm going in today because I love everybody in this chat and the people that are watching too much to keep getting bamboozled. No. I'm in protective mode right now. This is what this show is about. For everybody that's been through something and giving somebody unconditional trust, and these first two things that I said, and they're here with me, I got you. I'm a protector. I'm a servant to all, but I'm a leader when I need to be. Today, I'm in leader mode because you can't have these people in the chat and the people that are watching that are going to watch. You can't have them. You're not going to keep doing that because we have given you and they have given you unconditional trust and you jacked it up badly. I'm on something different today. I'm going to end well, though, guys. Don't worry. I'm going to end well. I'm going to end well today. Don't worry. Number 3, unconditional trust. I told y'all I was going to put this in order because you grow up, you get up watching the news, spiritual leaders, cartoons, blah, blah, blah. And at the same time, you're going to church and then you have your spiritual leaders. If you don't go to church, then you have your coaches if you play sports. And then if that didn't work or if that, whatever, some people had none of the latter, and then they go into fraternities and sororities. And I seen it all jacked up. I started off with church because that's where we started. That's where a lot of people started. Okay. Church. I have yet to see a church with a hospital on the back of it. I'm going in today. I'm not playing. I can do a whole show on church because I lived it. Just off of my stories alone. But I do not see any churches with, and it might be, yeah, it's not a lot. But they don't have hospitals on the back built on the back of the church. Number 2, we're reading, respect your elders, all this stuff dealing with the elders in the Bible. I don't know why the elders at your church should even have to pay to stay anywhere. If you're supposed to, I'm going in today. I'm going in. Unconditional trust that we have given these people with our grandparents, our parents, some of us. We gave the church unconditional trust. Spiritual leaders that are in the church, so-called leaders, or people that are not even into the church thing. We gave you unconditional trust. And look what happened time after time. Over in California, the spiritual leader, yeah, you take this and we're going to all go to the moon. It was a mass self-deletion. Spiritual leaders, vet these people. Why? You know why those people are dead? Because they gave this one man unconditional trust. Nobody's going to be able to come at me with this. This unconditional trust is a problem. It's gotten us in a lot of places we don't need to be and where we should not be. Do not get it twisted like a bad cornrow. Then you got the coaches. Penn State. Coaches. Top to bottom. Olympic coach. But your mom is pushing you to be in the Olympics, to be the best gymnastic. And this coach, and among other coaches, and just like they were talking about last night on Black Men Unfiltered, coaches just being coaches just so they can be and get with the single mothers that are there. Let's cross the board. I'm going in. Fraternities. Why would I join a fraternity and you're mad or you want my wife or all you're doing is stuff just to be seen and it's not coming from the heart? Sororities. I remember my niece calling and how this certain sorority was giving her a hard time. Hard time. Why would I want to be a part of something like that? Because you have unconditional trust for all these ladders, for all this, that is going to do something for you. We've given them more unconditional trust than we have with ourselves. Yeah, I'm going in. I'm going in. I know. What you say, you go get the popcorn? It's real clear. Man, I'm going, hey, this the other side of Bernard you guys gonna see. Get used to it. I told you guys I was easing into where I'm going, but I'm a protector. Everybody in this chat that has talked to me offline, you know that. And I have to spread that word in this village that we're in. Unconditional trust is very, very dangerous. And we gave all the unconditional trust. I don't even have to say nothing. I'm gonna sit all that unconditional trust with that was one of the most dangerous things that ever happened to America in general. And then when it comes to the melanated people in general. Because going back to the latter, only one certain slave could teach the Bible back in the day and could read. Nobody else was allowed to read. And it's what was given to him and what was read. And back then, if you take certain Bibles, if you guys done what I've done, you get Bibles for certain years, going all the way back up into now. Even the King James versions, slaves are to obey their masters. Just go back and do your research. But this education piece, that right there starts at home. My grandsons are going to be beasts with education, the way they think, the way they analyze, the way they look at body language, because that's my job. The education, that unconditional trust we had, what has it done for a lot of us? A lot of us, let me prove it to you with my brother in the chat. Watch this. Todd Williams in the chat has no more than a 7th grade education in this time frame. Not talking about our great-grandparents or grandparents from the 60s and 70s. This brother is like in the millennial stage of it. Very successful. You know what? And you know why? Because he figured out the education for himself that catapulted him to where he is now. Watch his channel. He's doing very well from himself. Self-education and preservation. Going in. I'm not playing today. We're going to stop this. We're going to stop this. we going to stop this. We going to stop this. Jenny Morena says, FLD's, let me see, Scientology, not spelling it on purpose, Noble. Watchtower, all suspect codes that feed on. Hey, we're going in. I'm not doing no more, no less. This piece right here, it all pretty much wiped us out, because it got to a point it wasn't even cool to do any of this, to learn anything. That is just straight monkey and bananas to me. Straight monkey and bananas to me that it was cool not to be in school. Where has it gotten us? I'll tell you where it has gotten us. Without that education or self-education and preservation, you're asking Todd Williams, you're asking Bernard, you're asking Corfax, you're asking Preston, you're asking Lafayette. You're asking us with the education, whether we have a degree or not, for the money now. But I didn't go to school for you. Yeah, I did not go to school for you. I did not learn this to give you my money. Now, I will help you do like Noble did last week. I got the book. See? All right? I got the book. You have to do this on your own. No, nobody in this chat, nobody watching can make me do this. Nobody can make me read these books to become better. I forgot the statistics, and Noble, you might have to look it up right quick. The statistics of somebody picking up a book after college is like Ridiculous. Because you think that's the end all be all, but yet you have a Top Williams in here and some other brothers that I grew up with and that I know with no degree and making crazy money. One way or another, you have to be educated through school or self. It is what it is. All right. Okay. All right. And so I did this in order, like I said. Birth, news, leaders, and celebrities, because we're watching that as we're young. Church, while you're doing all of that, spiritual leaders or coaches. And then as you get older, fraternities and sororities. Then you have education with that all at the same time while you're going to school. And then you land here. With all that junk of that unconditional. So by the time you get to the relationship, what Flavor Flav say? Who do I trust? Who do I trust? Me. That's who. That's who. By the time you get through all the last four, now you're in a relationship. This is the inside of you talking. Yeah, we cool. I can't trust her or him like that. I know you had my first child. I know you know, it's, I know. I'm just, because I see what these other women are doing. I know you gave me my first child as a woman, and but it's a lot of deadbeat dads out here, so. And the unconditional trust I gave my daddy, he wasn't there. So, you gonna leave me in this child, or how's it? Or the guy talking to the woman, I gave you my child, and I see what my mom did with me. This is where you end up at with the unconditional trust. Nobody talks about. This is why this is a loose collar conversation. Unconditional trust. You end up here in the relationships looking lost as I don't know what, and it's not even your fault. It is what it is. Because we have given you all this unconditional trust to produce where we are now as adults and young adults. Well, let's do it in order. As young adults and adults. And a lot of us don't figure it out until our mid-30s. And some of us just never figure it out. Because the foundation was just so broken or never there. All right. It's going to hurt some people. I'm about to take it there. Because I'm about to... Thank you, World Class. Less than 10 to 15% of people pick up a book for self-education after high school. So that puts my brother Tak and some others that I know pretty much in the 1% of that. And they succeeded. I heard you pressing. Yeah, bro, I'm going in, brother. You end up in these, because what we do as parents reflects how my children, my son and daughter, end up in their relationship. And I'm steady course correcting my son. I'm like, no, you can't. You got two kids. You got two sons. You can't do that now. No, you can't. No, you can't. Can't be doing Call of Duty in front of him. He's gonna go to school. That's what I'm there for. And my son takes it from me because he knows I love him. I only played a few video games with him. I had PlayStations and all that growing up with him. I only played like the basketball, that was my thing. But he has seen me go off a few times too. Let's keep it 100% alcohol, no chaser, okay? So now that he's seen me through the years wind down and know where to put my misplaced aggression, following. It's coming with me. I'm here for my son on relationships, but this is what I tell my son. Watch this and listen very well. Just because you're my son or daughter, I told my daughter this too, I'm not going to always be on your side, because if you're wrong, you're wrong. Just because you're my blood, it does not make you right. I need you to have this relationship better that I had with your mothers. I need that better. Or what you saw with auntie and grandma and them. I need that better. Let's keep it going. Here's the new problem of unconditional trust. Yeah, I know y'all eyes got big. Oh, he went there. Yeah, I went there. You're giving too much unconditional trust to useless YouTube channels when it comes to me. Unconditional trust to this? That's a problem. That's why nobody will be able to come over here and say, I did not learn something. I'm not wasting you guys' time. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Neither do you. Time is precious. But wait, unconditional trust with these YouTube channels, that's a problem. I want to gain you guys' trust. I don't know about the unconditional part because I'm not perfect. But you're not going to hear no Hollywood stories. Take that how you want to take it. I wouldn't have came on YouTube if I had something to be ashamed of that could come out about me later. But this unconditional trust on this right here, that's a problem. Because when you go back to the Bible, it talks about who begat who, and who begat who, and who begat who, and who begat who. And then when you do, Dr. Komodo over in Japan or China, wherever he was, who showed that water would react to certain type of music that plays. If you play rap music or rock and roll, the music crystals, the crystals in the microscope would turn black. If you played classical music, it would produce more and start producing light and miniature stars and bursts of light. Same thing happens with this right here. If you're going to a toxic channel that you have trust for, you're going to leave toxic and have a toxic life. Energy. We don't do beef over here. Take your beef and take it to your channel. We don't do that over here. It's all love over here. It's all about growing over here. We're not going to grow apart over here. We're going to grow together. Stop playing with me and stop playing with my family. And when I say family, I'm talking about people in the chat and everybody that's watching. I don't care what color you are. Because each nationality, okay, each culture know what they need to do in their culture. I'm not going to get into that speech. This channel is for everybody. But that right there is a problem to have unconditional trust with. That's a real big problem. Yeah, I took it there. I don't care. I took it there. That's a dangerous thing. You know? Hey, that Uncle did, hey, Wealth Talk Productions and the World Class, I know a lot of us can name a few. But I don't even, they're not even my, a lot of them not even my algorithm anymore. You don't deserve my silent presence. What I mean by silent presence is that I'm ghost watching. You don't even deserve that from me. Like the song says, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. I'm not going over there to some nothing burger information and give you some trust and then unconditional trust that I can trust what you're telling me is going to affect me in a better way. No, we good. And this is what happens from everything I just named 1 through 6. This we are the pillows and the punching bags of this. Trust abuse. A lot of people has had this happen to them. A lot of us. It's probably not a person that has not went through this. Trust abuse. Sorry about the double thing there. Let me get that straight. Y'all know I correct stuff on the spot. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I corrected on the spot. All right. Check my stuff. All right. All right. So trust abuse. Okay. Trust abuse. And what's crazy about that is that your parents, your coaches, your teachers, they know you trust them to teach them something, and they abuse it. So this is why I came back to that. This is why I came back to that, guys. A lot of you are in that position right now. You don't have to do the trust abuse. So if you're watching this and you're that person, you might need to think about what you have done, or you're thinking about it. Correct that. We don't have to know that you've done that. This is what this channel is for, not to waste your time, but for you to be better and for me to be better. It's going to be nothing more, nothing less. It's always going to be more than less. That trust abuse? Oh, at your job? My coworkers, I've been at my job for 4 years. None of my coworkers know my wife's first name. None of them. I don't trust you like that. You gossip like women. I work around 100% men. They don't even know my wife's first name. Unless a supervisor or somebody looks it up, nobody knows my wife's first name. I don't bring her up. I don't bring her name up. Because the trust abuse, I can't trust. I can't trust the trust abuse, and you say something wrong out your mouth, I'll be losing that job. I'm going to protect what's mine. I'm going to protect everybody in this chat. I'm going to protect everybody that's watching, that's been through this. I'm sorry you went through that. That's what I'm here for. I'm a protector. I know my role. I'm a protector. I'm a servant. But I'm also a leader when I need to be. And when I get into that leader stage, I pretty much have everybody like this, spiritually. Don't worry about it. I got it. Trust abuse. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Salute to Uncle Stu. Somebody drop his channel in the chat, please. If you want to get some wisdom. Salute. I like that, Noble. I like that. There it is. Autodactic. And that's what Top Williams said he is. He said it on his channel. He's an autodactic. Autodactic. That's exactly what he said he is. He knows who he is because of, man, I'm gonna leave this alone. Thank you, Noble. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Let's get to the good stuff. But let me go through the other stuff first. First, we had the unconditional trust with these people in our lives, our base. Your parents, your foster parents, family, or who raised you. Should have put whoever raised you. In fact, that's what I'm going to put. How about that? Put that. So, whoever raised you. Okay? Telling you. He gave you guys unconditional trust and you jacked that up bad. I mean, some types of bad. Ooh, bad. It was bad. Number one, we gave you guys unconditional trust You jack that up. Number two, then while we were doing that, we had news and leaders and celebrities because we were watching TV when we were younger, while those people that were our guardians or parents or supposed to be parents were raising us. We gave unconditional trust to this, that life was what we saw, the cartoons, the celebrities on TV. It wasn't. Number three, then at the same time we're going to church. Or you were spiritual in your house. Or if you didn't do none of those, you might have played on a sports team. You had the coaches. If you didn't do that, you had fraternities and sororities. I've seen them all get all jacked up with people giving them unconditional trust, and they are hurt. Number four, education. Ridiculous. We're still giving too much unconditional trust on that as we speak. Ridiculous. Then you end up here not even knowing how to communicate. That's why next week, and it might be a series, I'm going to start talking about communicating. I'm going to start talking about communicating, how to communicate. We weren't taught that with the unconditional trust people in our lives. And I know in a lot of situations they didn't know better because they didn't know how to communicate to us. My mother always taught me, when I talk to a child, I either bend down, or if my old knees allow me, but usually I'll still do it, I'll get down on one knee to be at their level to talk. I don't let them look up to talk to me. They've already given me unconditional trust. So why would I have them look up to me when I can just bend down to them and get on their level, lower my voice, repeat what they say, and make sure I under communication? Anyway. Then having unconditional trust with these YouTube channels, that's a problem. So I'm about to wind this up. That's a problem. Stop. That's all I can suggest. I suggest that you stop. If you're not moving forward when you watch my channel, stop. That's what I say. Just stop. That's exactly what I say. Because if that's the case, right? Sorry about that. If that's the case, you need to just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Don't waste your time over here. But these YouTube channels that you give unconditional trust to, and you're buying their courses and it's not working for you because they're not there to help you with the courses, they're just selling you on the courses. You're giving them too much unconditional trust, and you work too hard to deal with people that you do not like at work to take that money from the week before or your savings to buy somebody's course because you're giving somebody in this world unconditional trust. That's a problem. Let's get to the good stuff. And then you have trust abuse. I trust when I come on your channel that you're not going to abuse me in front of everybody, in front of your subscribers. You like the way I segue into that? That's trust abuse. I invited you up, but really I invited you up to embarrass you, to make myself look good. I told you guys, this is an open collar, tie down, sleeves rolled up conversation. This is not a game today. I got to protect. I have to protect. If I don't, who will? Because I don't see enough of it in the YouTube streets, honestly. So, in the world. So, here's the thing. Trust abuse. Don't do that. That's weak. Men, you do that to women. That's somebody's daughter. In some situations, somebody's mother, somebody's aunt. Don't do that. That's weak. I'm talking to the men because I think men should talk to men and women should talk to women. I have some women lined up that's going to deal with you guys. Gonna be fire. Here's some solutions. Good outweighs bad. I promise you. I promise you. Good outweighs bad. It does. It just does. Know that. Come where it's good over here. We love over here. We tell other men we love each other and we actually mean it. And it's not a formality. I might just do a whole show on formality. Because people say stuff out of formality and it burns me up. I'm sorry you lost your dad. I know how you feel. No, you don't. Your dad is still living. You know how many people told me that when I went through that with my father? It burnt me up. I don't say that to anybody that just lost anybody. Even if I have lost my father and you did, I'm not going to say, oh, I know how you feel. It's not about me. Good outweighs bad. Jeez, went on my rant there. I'm sorry. Good outweighs bad. Come over here. Go to a channel. Go to Todd Williams when he's doing the Sunrise Talks. Go to Ann Dale. I love watching that lady talking about her flowers and stuff growing. And she has the softest, like Mother Goose voice you ever wanted to hear. And yes, she is a white lady. And I met her at our meetup here in the Virginia Beach area, in Virginia Beach. I watch her channel all the time and leave comments. But it's good energy. I'm gonna get it in and get it where I can get it from. I'm not gonna get it from my cousins. I'm not gonna get it from you. I'm gonna get it from where I can get it from so I can give it to these people in the chat all day. If you're gonna overdose on anything, overdose on loving yourself and others. If you're going to overdose on loving yourself and others. You reap what you sow. If you throw it out there, this is why this is orange in the background. Like I keep saying in most of my lives, this is a warming feeling. It's a becoming feeling like, man, I just love his setup. I love his variety. And after a while, you're going to see this change and that change right there. I might have a statue up there, but it's going to have a meaning to it. If you're going to overdose on loving yourself and others. It's easy to put people down. That's easy. We could do that all day. We could joke somebody all day, right? Why can't it be easy to do this? And I'm not saying, love somebody for something bad. No, love the good parts of people. There's people I can name right now or you hear about right now that you think are the most evilest people in the world, even in your family, your brother or sister. I bet you I can find something that I love about them and not just like. You can learn something from your enemy or from anybody. Why? Because you learn what you do not want to do. If you see a person that hates all the time, learn how to love. It's a great feeling when you get it back. It's a great feeling when you get it back. I'm telling you, if you're going to overdose on anything, do you first. Because that puts up walls, that puts up protection of when it's like in a game fight. You know how you had a full power and every time somebody hits on you, the power goes down, but you're blocking, but your power's still going down. But you don't have to worry about your power going down while you're blocking spiritually if you love yourself. Overdose on loving yourself first. Because the work you have put into yourself is already blocking that. You get to a Neo moment to where it's blocking and you're not even looking. You're just blocking like Neo in Matrix. That's what you want. Then you can love on others. Y'all know I always line stuff up with movies. Y'all know how I roll. You get to the point where you just start blocking without looking. You don't even know that it's being blocked because you hear it, you feel it, and it engages. You act it out. Those three things. Hear it, feel it, engage. And sometimes the engage is not so much physical as with your mouth. That's why I said I'm proud of Noble, because I'm watching him grow with my own eyes just within a few months from where he was. He's doing them one-hit punches now. He's learning because it's just like that. Learn how to overdose on loving yourself. You can do those one-hit punches like the masters do in Kung Fu. Stay in that circle. Block the hate. Block the hatred. Hit him with a little blow. Boom. Right? Overdose on loving yourself and others. Do that. And love people that's worth loving. That you care enough about and know that they need it. Love on them. Last one, number 10. Be careful with the trust of your mind. I ended it like this on purpose. Now that we're here, however old you are, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20s, mid 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, right? You're here now. From here on out, because of this, you can be careful with that because I made you think about it. But you don't think about it when you're trying to go get something that you never had from the unconditional people, the foundation that I talked about, didn't give it to you. You didn't get the love. So now you give unconditional to people that don't deserve it or they don't deserve it. You give that unconditional trust to somebody that does not deserve it. Okay? They just don't. Be careful with the trust of your mind. Be careful with the trust of your mind from here on out. I'm only here to make you think, no more, no less. Because I believe in you when nobody else does. People should be able to come to my channel and hear me say, I believe in you if nobody else does, for good reasons and good intentions. Can't just believe into everything. But I believe in you if you're doing something or what's the word I'm using? Striving to do something to be better or to help somebody else be better. That's self-love. It's a very powerful thing. I ended it on purpose. I do everything strategically. Everybody that watches me should know this now. Core Facts, what's up to you? This brother, he gonna outdo me. This is my best friend since childhood that has my unconditional trust. What? My barber has my unconditional trust. Curtis Crowell, shout out. Shout out to him while he can smell his flowers. I'm not going to wait till these people are closing their eyes and then I want to say something. This is what I'm teaching everybody how to do these things. I'm doing this on purpose because these brothers can hear me. And I love them like nobody knows. You know why I love them? Because I respect them and they always have been themselves. That goes to Sergio. That goes to Pierre. That goes to Tone. There's in my barbershop, you have 4 different personality of barbers. Why? Because nobody's not trying to be anybody. They're being themselves. So they get that unconditional respect from me. This brother right here got about like 20 suits. So he coming up, guys. Hey, you go to his IG. Oh my goodness, he got suits for days. I'm like hot dog in the mustard, trying to catch up with this dude, right? But look, that was an example of how I have unconditional trust and love for this brother. 2 in 1. I can't even say that about some of my own family members. Some of us can't even say that about our own siblings. Now, my brother's one thing. He's got unconditional love for me. He knows I'm a protector. My brother's just what it is. But everybody in this chat, I have unconditional respect for them. If I didn't, they wouldn't be over here. Because in a roundabout way, I would let them know without saying it. I respect all the wives that are in the chat that be doing the moderating, like Jenny Moreno. And I'm being honest, and I'm being open and honest. I thank people like Melissa Jane, whose husband allows her to do what she does and give those financial points on Thursday nights that are just life-changing. I have unconditional trust and love for these people in this chat. I can say that. I'm good. I know who I am. And even if they don't give it back, I'm good. And I'm not saying that for y'all to put it in the chat, because that leads me to another segue of a show I might do. And I might name it The Problem of Feeling to Be Needed. The problem of feeling to be needed goes back to that foundation of people who dropped that ball. Now I'm on YouTube acting a fool and TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account, just saying. So guys, this is pretty much the show. I'm not gonna drop the link. I got something to do today. Actually, need to go see my barber. Right. So we're gonna end it like this. And look, I appreciate you guys coming. I told you I wasn't gonna hold you long. We're about an hour and 15 minutes in. I just wanted to drop some gems on you, if that's what you want to call them. But you guys got to realize something. You made it. With all that unconditional trust you giving people, and they messed it up, you made it. That's why you are diamonds, because everybody knows that diamonds are made from pressure of coal. And you guys are the diamond. If you're here in this chat and you're watching this, you are the diamond from all the pressure of the unconditional trust that people had you had given, and they messed that up. Out of all that pressure came you, the diamond. Know that. Please know that. Know that. So, guys, I thank you for coming by. Thank you for spending this Saturday morning with me. I know it was kind of a rough one, but this is where we are now. And from here on out, this is where we're about to go. And so, this is where we are. Okay? This is where we are, people. So I'd like to thank you guys for coming out. And remember these things: peace and love.
Anything lost can be found again, except for time wasted.